Hey everybody, it's Daniel Cohn coming at you right now for Manifestation Monday. A little bit late in the day. For anyone on the East Coast, sorry. Just been working on stuff today, and one of those days I didn't have things together as soon as I would have liked to. But today, something that's exciting to me, excuse me while I reach for something, is Manifestation Monday's subject is meditation. Which is fitting because I really began my big journey into living a healthier life and being more successful and grounded through meditation. I'm also certified as a meditation instructor amongst my other qualifications and certifications. So anyway, I'm going to jump right into it because, again, if you've seen my other videos, I want to try and keep these short, actionable, and able to be absorbed and digested. So why should you start meditating, or why would you want to maybe dig into it a bit more if you aren't sure you want to do it? The health benefits, the studies that have been coming out, and amongst that, I love this thing that I had just written down from one of the things that I was reading. If you don't like medication, try meditation. An ounce of prevention is equal to a pound of cure. So what that means is a lot of times in our modern day today society, we won't really address issues until they really manifest in the form of disease, in the form of an imbalance, mental, physical, a lot of times, obviously, obesity, heart disease, diabetes, blood pressure, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. All these things really just tie together, and they come up, and after they've been inside a while, whatever's the root cause, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and then eventually, boom, we have heart disease, or boom, something else, because we weren't picking up on that along the way. So anyways, way off already. So here are some of the health benefits, and all these are proven and scientifically proven. Studies have been, there's over 3,000 studies right now that you can go look at on the benefits of meditation. And here are just a few, and I mean a few of the benefits that would get me meditating today, or trying it once a week, twice a week, getting into the habit if I didn't already do it. So really, one of the main things, which is what I do as a coach, is reduce stress. If we all have a baseline of stress. No one's at a zero, right? You'd be dead. Yeah. So whatever your baseline is on the, say, a scale of 1 to 10, if you could reduce that average down, would that be worth it to you for something that doesn't cost you any money and you're capable of doing right now during this video or after? Improves your concentration and focus. It really is like I read another thing in a book one time that said it's like a multivitamin for your brain, which that's kind of a weird way to say it, because multivitamins are for your brain and everything else, but it's really beneficial to all areas of your brain. In fact, it's shown that meditating increases neuroplasticity, meaning that your gray matter and your concentration of your brain actually increases, and you're able to handle stressful situations more, learn more, have more capacity, and that's huge, because a lot of us go to school, then we go to college, maybe we don't, then we get a job or career or find something that works, and then we start to stagnate and slow down. Our brain activity slows, our physical activity. Clearly, America is a dead giveaway of that. Everyone starts to stagnate, and you get by, and then you die. Nice life. So another thing is it really encourages a healthy lifestyle. If you're having trouble getting things down, if you're having trouble changing your habits, I got my pad of paper here. Taking up the practice of meditation puts you in that good state, and with its benefits alone, on the side of that, you are practicing a healthy habit, and others will start to fall into line. Trust me, I came from a very unhealthy. Next week I think I'm going to do a bit on where I came from as far as my health, my background, and where I am now, and how I did that. So that's for another time. Here's a huge one. It supports heart and immune health, and I don't just mean supports like it's nice. It really improves and increases your heart and your immunity. And there was a study done, right? There's a study done. 200 high-risk adults, high risk for heart disease, just high risk in general, out of shape, bad health. And this resonates with me. For those of you that don't know, I lost my dad to heart disease, heart attack, a month or two from graduating when I was about to graduate high school. So this is close to me. So 200 high-risk adults, they did a study. They gave them the option to go into a program of 5 years of healthier eating, focusing on their activity, their physical activity, and a better, healthier lifestyle, right? The other people, the other option was to do this 5 years with weekly meditation and making that a habit, and that's it, right? So which group or choice do you think had the better results? And a lot of you might say, well, healthy. If you're eating healthier, thinking healthier, you're going to be healthier. Well, not the case. This study showed that the people that chose to do the meditation and take that up regularly had a 48% reduction in risk of heart attack, stroke, or death. And that's effing phenomenal. That alone, I just throw this pad of paper down. A 48% reduction in risk of heart attack, stroke, and death is... I'm surprised that I'm not being shot by the government for saying that right now. That's something that people, we just are blind. We're so used to our rhythm and the way we do things, we don't ask and we don't consider maybe there's better ways, maybe there's other stuff. Maybe meditating's not just chanting in a circle with a peace pipe. It can be, but hey Melissa, good to see you too. There's all these different forms of meditation. I think when we break down the stigmas, and today more than ever, we know that nothing's as it seems, and it's worth questioning. So here's another thing, is it slows aging. How much do people spend on anti-aging? I mean, geez, I know I see in some things, $100 for a little thing of anti-aging. What if you could meditate and slow your aging? Because what you're doing is you're really slowing the whole process of your body oxidizing, which is what aging is breathing in the environment, breathing in the stress of your day, all this other stuff. So, if you could slow your aging, that alone kind of worth the investment. So I'm going to just bust through these quick notes that are some of my best reasons to just get into it right now and maybe pique your interest if you know a little, but not as much as you'd like to. So a lot of the studies have shown that getting up to 20 minutes a day, and no one is expected to start at that. I have had times where I'm meditating an hour a day. I've had times where I got in 5 minutes. So getting up to a goal of 20 minutes a day is going to give you all these benefits and more, but you don't need to be doing 20 minutes a day to receive these benefits. So let me jump through a few more of these just eye-opening statistics, because I know there's still so much woo-woo tied to meditation. Just the word meditation, just my meditation bracelet here. Sometimes people are like, yeah, how many trees have you hugged today? I'm like, only 3. So here's a few other things that are close to me personally that I started using meditation for and had great results, and I'm here today speaking to you because of this. Improves emotional well-being. So what I mean by that, and that's a whole plethora of things, but I struggle with a bit of PTSD. I'm just going to come out and say it because I have no reason to. I want to be transparent with all my audience and everyone that I want to be able to get something from this. So I struggle with PTSD, some depression, a lot of anxiety at times, in the past more than now, and a little bit of anger, which is tied to the PTSD. So long story short, after I started meditating, all these things drastically changed. I mean, I can go outside, I can go to events. I just recently traveled across country on a plane, and would have scared the shit out of me before. I mean, thinking of getting on the plane, my wife can tell you, was making me anxious. And just, oh, all these things can go wrong. What if this? What if that? Being out of control or not having control over a situation brings me anxiety, and I know it does to a lot of people too, to the point where I can potentially have panic attacks, or who knows. I haven't really in a while, but so meditation, and just, I probably should have said this in the beginning, but for the sake of just bringing this up again, meditation is really just being in the present, in the now. What are most of us thinking about? Something that just happened or has happened, or something that's going to happen or we need to do? How many of us are in the present moment, right here, right now? Daniel Cohn, I'm sitting here looking at you. I'm present. There's eucalyptus trees behind me. I'm breathing at a moderate rate. You know, how many of us are in the right now? So, improves emotional well-being. That for me is enough, and that's why I did it. And that makes me a better father for my boys, a better husband for my wife, so, and a better person that gives back to my community instead of just being in it. Self-esteem and anxiety, same category. Here's another thing, is it drastically, and that's come up over and over in these studies, drastically lessens brain and heart problems and disease. And today more than ever, if I told you, hey, you don't have to eat right or start working out like crazy today in my program, I'm just going to teach you to meditate, would that be worth considering? I think it probably would, because most of us start a program or a new thing, and then we either get to where we don't like being told what to eat or do, or we don't want to do the workout and eat the healthy stuff. And who can blame you? We're human. I'm human too. I can admit, I don't like waking up in the morning. I like to sleep in a little bit. That's one of my human weaknesses. So here's something that really jumped out to me, and I am reading off here because I really like to represent things really accurately, and I go through all my studies, all my books, look up new things, and I'm really wanting to stay with what I wanted to bring to the table today. So not that I'm apologizing for going off my notes, but if you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. So, ability to perform under stress. This is huge for me too. I used to work in a high stress, high tension environment, heavy duty work, really dangerous stuff, and at times it can break you down. You have to get the shit done, you're gonna get it done, but by the end, damn it if you are not just worn out mentally, physically, emotionally at certain times. And being able to remove myself from that through meditation has really been able to help me in the past, before I went into coaching, and now still, to separate areas of my life, to leave work at work, be at home when I'm at home, you know, that sort of thing. So, and here's another useful study. I usually don't like to drop a million statistics, but this is close to my heart, and I know a lot of people are like, well, show me or tell me something that is an opinion. And none of this so far has been opinion, besides that meditation's fucking awesome. So they did a study with 32 adults that had anxiety or stress, issues with stress about stressful events, and would have panic attacks. And they were all people who had never meditated before. And they had them all meditate for, I think, 20-30 minutes right before going into a stressful event. And they said that it greatly reduced, and they did before and after the study, and they said that all the adults had a greatly reduced anxiety, stress response, and all this. So, I mean, it's just like mind-boggling, to me anyways. All these things from meditation. And with students and children too. I saw and read a study that said that children, that they got to do meditation in school while they were there, in this certain class they did a study, they said that after the school year ended, these kids were showing benefits up to 6 months after they had stopped doing it in class. Now, I'm not aware if they continued on their own, but nonetheless, I can imagine that not all of them did continue on their own as much as being in the class, but they still showed results 6 months after, which is phenomenal for our children and our next generations and the people who are going to take care of this planet which is in need of some smart, grounded, meditated people. So that's all my notes on it, to make sure I don't miss anything. Now I'm just going to dig in a little personally, and then I'm going to send you guys off. So how does this tie into manifestation? How does this tie into getting me what I want? For one thing, like I said, I have my own struggles. I have things that bring me down. I have days I don't want to do shit. I have days that I am irritated at everybody. I have days that I'm short with my family. I have days where I'm concerned about things. I'm not perfect. I know I might look happy all the time, but like I said, we're all human. So being able to have time to get away from myself, it's not even about the people and things around me, is crucial. And a lot of us like to play and not work so much. And then I was in a place several years ago where I just wanted to work all the time. There was no play, no fun, no relaxing. That was, everyone told me, you need to relax, chill out. But you have some of this going on, play and work and play and work, things start to flow. And they flow to you and into you, and from into you out to others. Now, do you want to be someone whose cup is always getting more poured into it, so you can share that with other people, well-being and life and vitality? Or do you want to be someone whose cup, every time you take some out of it, gets more and more and more empty till you're out? And then disease manifests, and then anxiety manifests, and then I'm worried about money, and then I'm worried about my significant other. It's the flow, and it's the give and take. It's never one or the other. So that's how it ties in for me. When I meditate and I focus my mind and I am positive and my intention is to better myself, better things come to me. And that's it. So this is really the tip of the iceberg, which might be frightening to some of you. But for this week, I am going to have some extra stuff tomorrow I'm going to put on there. So not every week I'm going to have things, but this tomorrow I'm going to... And sorry, Melissa, I actually have been reading some of your comments, but not each. So if I don't answer you, I'll get back to you with the comments. Tomorrow, keep an eye out. I'm going to release a little guide of some of my resources and some places you can find out more information on meditation, more information on the benefits, and some books that you can look into if you'd like. And then if you really, this is resonating with you, or if this is something you want to know more about, I am a meditation instructor and a mindset coach and lifestyle coach. I would love to have a breakthrough session with you or anybody that you know of that should hear this information. And this goes for moms, dads, I mean young moms and dads my age ideally, because this is like the millennials, or I guess that's what I am. This is the time where we need this, and if you don't know about it or need to know more, I'm here for you or anyone you know who needs this. So keep a lookout for that information tomorrow, and then obviously you can set up a time with me anytime to do a breakthrough session. I call it Love Your Life Breakthrough Session, because at the end you're going to see all these ways that you love your life and how it's going amazing and how we can make it better. So, yeah, meditation. Reduce your pain. There was one other thing that said that, you know, and this is close to me too, because I have struggled with depression off and on through my PTSD, is that they have multiple studies corroborating that meditation, when used consistently, is as effective, if not more in some instances, as antidepressants, and with pain, morphine and other things. I mean, this will blow the industry wide open, and it is starting to. I know you guys see it out there. I don't care what you do or who you are. Even if you meditate every freaking day, you know that it's getting more and more and more out there. People are starting to see it, hear it, learn it. It was just on the Today Show the other day. I don't watch TV really, but I saw an article for one of the people that I follow that teaches this, was on the Today Show, so I know that happened. So, I mean, and that's mainstream as it gets. I'm really not for the mainstream news and things, because for the most part they're pushing the pharmaceuticals and all the things that are really bringing our earth down. Separation of people and that's not for this video. But yeah, so please, 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 I really appreciate the feedback. I really appreciate, thank you, Melissa, for commenting and being engaged. This really touches my heart. Meditation is very close to me and has given me the opportunity to, like I said, get out of the 3,000 miles an hour. I used to tell people the way I lived was if I really stopped and thought about the present moment, everything I'd been doing would hit me in the back of the damn head. That's just how fast I was going. I mean, if you asked God, where is Daniel? Or God energy or whatever you believe in, and even the all-knowing would have been like, well, he was just right here, but he's gone. I was just so gone, never in the present. And being in the present, I can just tell you, it's scary, it's painful sometimes, but it's amazing. It's amazing. It's like a drug that doesn't do anything bad to you, but it just opens your eyes. And not to freak anyone out. You guys are like, alright, I'm turning this shit off. So, before I go, because this has already run longer than I wanted it to, which isn't bad, but I want it to be easy, actionable, and digestible, I'm going to give you guys a quick exercise that you can do and improve on yourself to make this actionable today. And then, again, if this resonates with you, I'd love to talk with anyone who wants to learn more or see how they can incorporate this and other things I've learned through my experience and training into your life, like now. So, mindful breathing. It's a very simple technique. A lot of you may have heard of it. Some of you may have not. Doesn't matter. All you have to do, and this is a form of meditation, you can start right now. And just doing what I'm telling you, you're going to be getting all those benefits that I was just reading, plus a lot more. So, wherever you are, and you don't have to do this with me now, but you can watch this back, whatever. You just want to sit. Preferably, I like to close my eyes. A straight spine, feet on the ground. Preferably a peaceful spot. I got airplanes and neighborhood noises here. That doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, go inside. If it doesn't, great. The fresh air is healing. So, all you do, and I'd say start with 3 minutes when you're able to. A day, that would be great. 3 minutes every time you try this, every other day or whatever, great. So sit with a tall spine, just kind of release the tension in your forehead and in your arms. You can put your arms on your knees, on an armrest, it really doesn't matter. And I just want you to start breathing in deeply and noticing your breath as you breathe. You know, start to block out the noises, start to block out the schedule later, start to block out the things you just finished, that whatever. Don't worry about anything but right now, my voice. And as you breathe in, I want you to start tracing and following that in-breath, that inhale. And notice you're inhaling. And breathe down into your abdominal. So a lot of people breathe, I'm talking with my eyes closed here, but this is just natural. A lot of people breathe from up here, shallow breaths, short breaths, which leaves some stale, I don't know if you can see, some stale oxygen right down in your abdominal area. So by almost feeling that the abs tighten up, pushing out that oxygen, and this can come in time, I'm just giving you tips. By breathing deep into your abdominal, you're allowing more oxygen to get into your body, more relaxation to occur, and more healing. And this can be something you work up to, or you might be in an area where you can. Start with this now. So, again, focusing on your inward breath, your inhale. Holding it for a second at the top, and then a long exhale, again pushing that air out at the end. And it doesn't have to be hard or challenging. If you find it hard to take the deep breaths, just do what's natural, as much as you can do. And if your thoughts start to trail or you start thinking of other things, just notice it and bring yourself back into your breath. Again, noticing, just focusing on the inward breath. And for some people, visualization helps. Some people, it makes it harder. So what that would be is, on your inhale, imagine, sorry for the airplane, imagine, I like to use this color, you can use whatever you want, your favorite color, any bright color, of like a light blue light, almost like the sky, a light blue light, just coming into you on your inhale, and coming into your body. Almost like you can picture it, right? Inhaling and blue light filling your body. And as you exhale, that blue light just goes back out. There's many ways to do this, but you get the idea. And I'm just going to do a couple breaths, and you can, I'll use my hands to show you when I'm inhaling and when I'm exhaling. And again, it's just practice. It's a muscle, you know. When you fell as a baby, did you say, well, shit, this is hard. I'm not doing this. No. You know, if this was like walking to you and you thought, I need to meditate, I need these benefits, you'll figure a way to do it. So I'm going to do a few breaths, and I'm going to let you guys go. Now, if anyone did do it with me, I'm assuming you're already experiencing a massive relaxation. I mean, this happens in a matter of minutes. I've been done my heart rate monitor when I was agitated, or there's a sun glare in my face, or in a high rate of heart rate before, when I was at 117 beats per minute or whatever, and I did this exercises to test it for 3 minutes. And I dropped myself down to 70 beats per minute, like that. And that switches your body from stress response, which is also known as fight or flight, into relaxation response, which is an actual thing. It's not a state of mind or opinion, which means that in stress response, your digestion slows, your cognition slows, your blood reroutes from your body and your whole body and your digestion, everything else, just to your hands and your brain and arms. Because naturally, when we used to be, our ancestors were stressed, it's because their life was at risk and they had to run fast, think fast, and go fast. It's not the case anymore. So someone cutting you off in traffic, flipping you into stress response, and being stuck there is detrimental to your health. And it's not needed. So this can switch you right out of that stress response like that. So again, thank you guys so much for engaging. Thank you guys for watching my videos. Thank you for supporting me and yourselves in the greater whole. Because when you support me, whether it's for yourself or just to support, you're taking that step on your own behalf. Even if you know more than me about meditation, you know, it's all perspective, right? Mindset. And that's the beauty of this. So until next time, namaste, and peace and prosperous energy to you all who are watching. I'm also an energy healer and a Reiki master, so I really do send you guys watching this my energy, healing, calming, energetic, peaceful energy, and I'm just wishing you the best Monday. And tomorrow I will post that resource for meditation. It's just going to be a compilation of different resources. And my citing some of the sources and other things like that, so you can dig in. And if you're like me, yeah, you better get some coffee ready, because I just go crazy on the meditation and spiritual growth and all these things, because it's us, it's our brain. I can control my experience, my health, and my circumstances, and I can help others do the same. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying you can too. So everybody take it easy. Love you all. Yes, rock on Manifestation Monday.